Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to make a quick video for you, kind of explaining and demonstrating the differences between a couple different John Mayer style amp captures that I've made in the Quad Cortex. This was a response to a comment on my channel, and the comment was about dumbbells, but I obviously don't have any dumbbells here, but I've been blessed to be able to capture some really amazing amps. And the amps in question are the 2-Rock traditional clean 100 watt head, the PRS JMod 100, the 2-Rock crystal, and the 2-Rock silver sterling signature. Now, there's no dumbbells, obviously, there's no John Mayer signature amp in there, but these ones are all either have been used by John or are based on like the John Mayer signature 2-Rock. So what I'm trying to do is show you the differences, maybe some similarities, and kind of how they fit in a mix. But I'm going to show you like cleans, going to show you something with the Klon, something with a tube screamer, and then a solo type of stacked situation. And then at the end of the video, kind of give you my impressions and kind of what I think these amps are trying to deliver. right, so John's setup is usually either 2 amps or all the way up to even 4 amps, but most of the time it's like 3 different amps, and they all do a specific thing. He's been known to say that steel string singer style amp is kind of really chesty and stiff, hits you in the chest. The 2-rock type of thing is going to be the 3D type of thing, and then the Fender is going to be the one that gives you that brightness, but also there's like a sponginess to it. All these amps captures that I ran, they're just the single capture, so they're not like a dual or triple amp type of setup. So every single amp that he has a purpose, but for this video I just kind of want to show you what some of the similarities are. So talking about the 2-rock traditional clean, that one I would say is the most well-rounded in my opinion. It has this front end compression to it that helps it to sustain, sticks out in a mix. It's not overly bright. The mids aren't like super honky. The bass can get overwhelming if you push it a lot, but overall it's a really nice clean machine. I think it takes pedals really, really well. It's not overly sizzly when you stack overdrives, which some amps can do. The next one is the PRS JMod 100. Had that one for a little while, and I would say it's the most balanced out of all of them. Never gets overly bright. I personally think the bass doesn't get overly crazy, especially with a JMod cab. Something that you really have to do with it is to push the master volume a lot to get just the overall volume. The reason for that, from what I understand, is they are trying to use the wattage to create that kind of bounciness. It's a stiffness, but a bounciness that John describes it, like for the Dead & Company type of stuff. Now moving on to the Crystal. The Crystal is basically the John Mayer signature 2-rock circuit in a combo. They also have a head. The one that I captured was the 40-watt combo version, and this one I felt was the most compressed and maybe the darkest out of all of them, and I think I see why. The John Mayer signature amp, from what we know, is quite a dark amp. If you listen to the Michael Jackson Human Nature performance at his funeral, John's rig was only mic'd up for the 2-rock and not the steel string singer, so you hear a really dark type of tone. So paired with a steel string singer, it goes really, really well. By itself, I don't think it cuts through in the mix super well, and the bass is really, really kind of deep and almost fighting too much with the like bass guitar frequencies. The last one is the 2-rock Silver Sterling Signature. This one is super stiff. It's not forgiving at all. It is probably the brightest of all of them, and the reason why I think is that it has those step filters in it, so you can dial that out, but it just has a ton of brightness, a ton of bottom end to it, but it just does not break up unless you use like the FET circuit. But in terms of a John Mayer rig, this paired with a darker amp would be really, really good, like this and the Crystal, or this one and let's say the traditional clean would pair super, super well with each other. But overall, I want to know what you think. Take a listen to those demos that I did, and hit me up in the comment section below. All these captures are available on my website, johnconcheroguitar.com. Take care.